Good afternoon, or good morning, or good night for me, as you can probably see in this video. I don't know. I'm Matthew Mompra. I'm from Bow, New Hampshire. That's Bow High School. And my app today is called Theodosia. Why did I name it Theodosia? Let me be completely honest. I just saw the name Theodosia and I thought it was a good name. Yeah. I didn't want to name it something boring like AI audio newsreader because that's just so generic. That's not for me. Theodosia is a cool name, so why not, What does my app do? It uses an API, which is a way for apps to interact with each other, to collect the content from news sites. In my case, it would be The Guardian, because really, shout out Guardian, but The Guardian was really the only news source that would be non-profit and free enough to let me use their data. And I take that content and I read it out loud to the user. That way, users who might have visual impairments can easily read the news without having to pay thousands of dollars for a braille screen reader or some other type of assistive technology. So let me just show you a demonstration so you kind of understand what I'm trying to get at, because sometimes it's not clear when I speak. Alright, so here I am in my folder with my source code. You can see I'm going to open up a terminal and let's get started. Pi main.py. Main.py is my top level class, which is like the code that you run to start the whole app. Alright, there we go.
Do you want to read the
So you can
latest
see,
articles?
this
or
app
search
is
articles
hands-free.
by section? If you
There are a
want
couple
to
things that you
search
can use your hands for, but
articles
those
in
are
a
like
category,
non-essential
I would suggest
parts.
section.
And I'll go
If you
through it
just
more
want
as
the
I'm
latest news,
running through the
I
app.
would suggest reading the latest articles. Which do you prefer, latest or section?
I'd like to read the latest articles, please. Yeah.
Okay then. Article number
I find it
1.
funny that
World Series
this British newspaper
2025
is talking
Game
about
1 Los Angeles
baseball,
Dodgers
talk about
v Toronto
NFL,
Blue
American
Jays
football too.
live
It's weird.
updates. Would you like to read this article?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me read you the article. Dodgers 0-0 Blue Jays.
So as you can see, it's reading out
uses
the
two change-ups
news
to
to
help
me,
him run the
the
count
World
full.
Series.
Vlady wastes a pitch to the left
So,
side, extending the at-bat before
I'm
laying
like,
off
okay,
a breaking ball
this
in
is
the
really
dirt.
nice,
That
but
means
I just want to
Vlady
know what the
has
score
walked,
was
and
right
here
now.
comes Bichette to the plate
I'm
with
gonna
a
just
runner
press the
on
enter key,
first.
and we can get out of this.
Dodgers 0.
Pressing the enter key isn't that big of an issue for users who
Article
are visually
number
impaired
2.
because braille
Ukraine
keywords
war
are a
briefing.
lot cheaper
Zelensky urges
than
U.S. to
braille
expand
screen
Russia
readers,
oil sanctions.
so the enter key is not an issue.
Would you like to read this article?
No, thank you. As I was saying,
All right.
the enter
moving
key,
on to the next
it's going to be on the
article.
braille keyboard, so if you have a braille keyboard, you'll still be able to press it, and it's like one button, and it's non-essential to the
Article
app
number
and how it
3.
runs.
Trump news at a glance. Pentagon announces it is deploying
You can also
U.S.
cut
aircraft
through
carrier
questions,
to the Caribbean.
like so, using the enter key.
Would you like to read this article?
No, thank you. There are some blurbs that the app says that you can't cut through, like if I press the enter key, I can skip.
Article.
Because it's just a short sentence, and it's gonna be bad if I keep it's gonna make it
Article
really
number
messed up
4.
if really short
Senate
sentences
Democrats
okay,
say National
I press
Park
the enter key in the middle of
being
it.
used for
It's
influence
not
peddling by
good for the app.
accepting donations for Trump's ball.
Now basically I'm just gonna run through.
Would you like to read this article?
No, thank you. I'm just gonna run through them now because fast forward through the other it goes 10 at a time, so I'm just gonna have it fast forward because you don't really need to see homemade chili paste products.
Homemade chili paste products
linked
to cluster of rat poisoning. All right, moving on to the next article.
Here we are. Now we're on article number 9. When I use the Guardian's API, it takes 10 articles at a time. So I'll have options to go to the next page of latest articles, or if I want to search by section, or I want to reread these 10 articles, I can do that as well. No, thank you. Yeah, okay. So,
All right.
yeah, as you can
Moving
see,
on to the
this
next
GUI
article.
is there if you want to use it. It's not necessary to the app. I want to stress that. But again, the text is
Article
there.
number 10. Quick
The
cryptic
article list
crossword
is
no
there if you
82.
want it. If no, thank you.
Would you like to read
Oh,
this article?
no, thank you. If you want to, then you can use it.
All
It's just like
right.
another
Moving on
option.
to the next
I love
article.
it. That's one part of the reason I love how I made my app because of that.
You
That sounds
have
crazy.
reached the end of the
I love how
articles.
I made different ways to access the content. There we go.
Do you want to continue with the next page of the
Next
latest
page of latest articles,
articles?
the next
You can
10.
also reread
I
this
can reread
current
this current
page of
page.
latest articles or search articles by
I can
section.
search articles
Or
by
you
section
can
as
be
well.
done.
Or if I want to just be done and close out of the app.
Which do you prefer? Next page of latest, current page of
Let's search by
latest,
section.
search articles by section, or terminate?
Search articles by section.
Okay then.
Alright. Now we're going to do the other
There are
feature
countless
for
different sections.
getting news, which is
Name a general topic,
choosing
and I will
articles
match it
based
to
on
the
your topic.
closest section available. Which topic would you like?
Climate, agriculture, environment. It takes a bit of time. I'm speaking softly just in case it's still recording. Okay, there we go.
I have selected
It takes a
the
bit of time
section
because
environment for you.
there's a lot of sections to filter through.
Article number
All right,
11.
number 11.
Don't let the dugong follow the seek out letters. Would you like to read this article?
Yes, please. All right, this looks like a letter to the editor.
Let me read
So let's
you
take a look
the
at what it looks
article.
like on the garden. I actually have no idea.
Donna Ferguson's piece on the demise of the sea cow beasts of the sea, the tragic story of how the gentle, lovable sea cow became the perfect victim. 21 October was a moving read for us as young researchers and conservationists from the Philippines working to save one of its closest relatives, the dugong. Dugongs play a critical role in maintaining healthy seagrass meadows in the Indo-Pacific region.
Sounds like another
These meadows, in
endangered
turn,
story. See,
support marine
highlight this.
biodiversity and serve as nurseries for many fish and invertebrates,
This is just too
sequester
bad.
huge amounts of carbon that help mitigate climate change.
All right, let's go to the next article.
Article number 12. I was contaminated. Study reveals how hard it is to avoid pesticide exposure. Would you like to read this article?
No, thank you.
All right, moving on to the next article.
Again, I can probably fast forward at this point. It's pretty much the same thing. It's
Article
just that
number
now it's
13.
filtered by
As the coalition
section. In this
shows
case,
its colors
environment.
on nature,
So you can see
Labour
all these
faces a question:
environment-related
will it
sections
really
coming
protect
up
Australia's wildlife?
from the
Clear
Guardian.
air.
Specifically on environment.
Would you like to read this article?
No, thank you. All right, let me fast forward at this point. Let me fast forward.
Moving on to the next article. Article number 18.
So in the meantime,
will put
while I've been
UK's
fast
net
forwarding,
zero goal in serious jeopardy, MPs warn. Would you like to read this article?
Yes, please. Just to give us some time as I can explain.
Let me read you the article.
While we were fast forwarding, I've been pulling up a different API, the New York Times API. I did not use the New York Times API because if you take a look at this, it doesn't actually give you the body text, the actual content. it only gives you the title and the abstract or like subtitle explaining what's going on in the story. But what's going on is what another feature that my app can do is import a custom API, and you can plug that in and use your own API if you have that. I only had access to the Guardian, so that's what I used. But supposing like maybe you have an API, you have access to an API for a different news source. The New York Times, again, it's not the best example because it doesn't actually have the body text. But supposing you did have one with the body text, I blurred out the API because you're not technically allowed to know. But yeah, so here's how it works. I'm gonna take that URL. This is for the top stories, so I can put it for the latest articles because that's pretty much the same thing. Put it here, where the page number goes replaced with %p. My URL doesn't have a page number, so I can just skip that. And you must have the API key, so I have that too. Now I have to enter the JSON path to the title in the latest articles URL API.
You have reached the end of the
So it tells you that you've
articles.
reached the end of the articles that they have.
Do you want to
Skip
continue
this.
with the next?
So now that I've changed the API,
Which
it
do
should
you
now request it
prefer?
from the New
Next
York
page
Times,
of
not from the
section,
Guardian.
current page of section, a different section, latest articles, or terminate?
Different section, please.
Okay then.
All right, now it's going to let me choose a section.
There are
What section
countless
should I do this
different
time?
sections. Name a general topic, and I will match it to the closest section available. Which topic would you like?
Maggie Goodlander, please. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Little Easter egg. There we go. Let's
I
see what
have
results we
selected
get
the
from this
section Maggie
section.
Goodlander for you.
Obviously, it's not really a section in the Guardian, so it wouldn't really work for the Guardian.
Data provided by the New York Times.
Okay, so
Article
just a
number
word to the
21.
wise.
How every House
Make sure you
member
type in the
voted on the
JSON
GOP.
paths right if you
Led the
use this
bill.
API thing.
Would you like to read this article?
No, thank you. Okay, that made it kind of long. I'm
All
sorry about
right,
that.
moving on to the next
let
article.
me get through this. Let's just fast forward through it, and then I'll just have some parting words
Article
to say.
number 22.
Sorry about how long that was.
See which House members rejected Johnson's effort against proxy voting. All right, moving
Okay.
on to the next article.
So now I'm just gonna close out this window because maybe I'm feeling done for the day.
Article
Done
number
reading
30.
articles.
Should the president have
All right,
nuclear
I'm gonna
sole
skip this.
authority? Would you like to read this article?
No, thank you. All right.
All right,
Now let's close this
moving
out.
on to the next article. You have reached the end.
It's extra quick. It's short. Let's just skip as much as
Do
we
you
can.
want to continue with the next page of the articles under this section? You can also reread this current page.
We want to be done.
Which do you prefer? Next page of section.
Let's be
current
done. Let's
page
be
of
done.
Section, a different section, latest articles, or terminate?
Terminate. Ah, that was a voice crack.
Okay then.
All right, ready? It's gonna auto close.
Okay, see you then.
Boom. And there you have it. All right, so really quick, I just want to go over what my app looks like. The source code does, kind of what it looks like under the hood. So if you take a look here, we got my main.py file. You can open it up. It runs two different objects, the root window object and the main system object, and it runs them together. So without getting too much into the nitty gritty, my daemon system file has my main system pi, which is basically the actual procedure of, hey, ask the user if it wants to read this article. If yes, then do this. If no, then do this. That's like what the main system.py file does. And you can see I have another file that it uses called news API, which kind of handles the API. Lib is where I put my voice.py and my easy record, both classes that I made myself. So you can see the voice.py file. It basically it uses this class, runs the piper.exe so that it plays the right audio when you want it to speak. I've commented on all of it. If you want to take a look on GitHub and see what exactly I'm doing, you can go ahead and do that. So yeah, that's my app. A couple other things I wanted to talk about really quick. I do have it on GitHub. You can go ahead and I'll post the link in the description, and if you want to peruse that at your own leisure, as they say, you can go ahead and do that. You can also access it from the eponymous mompro.org. You know, my name, Matthew Mompro. Yeah, this is a screenshot. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but just in case. Yeah, that's a screenshot. You can click on that, and it'll take you to the GitHub page, just like that. Another thing is, I submitted it to the Hack Club Congressional App Challenge certification thing because I mean my app is open source. It's right there on GitHub, so why not apply to it? And this is hopeful thinking, but I'm trying to get it set up on the Microsoft Store. I'm trying, no guarantee. And if I got it on there by House of Code, then that wouldn't be part of my application. I mean, I would still show it, but I might edit some stuff by that time. That would be separate, but it would be really cool to show, hey, look, I made this for the Congressional App Challenge. Here it is on the Microsoft Store, actually doing stuff, actually helping people, actually being used by people. I feel like that would be really cool to show. We'll see if it happens. All right, that's my app. Honestly, I could go on for hours yapping about my app, but I think this is enough to give you a good idea. Sorry if I went a little over on time. I did my best. And yeah, thank you to everyone who helped me make this app. You know who you are. And I have nothing else to say. Theodosia for the win.